All right, so in this quick tutorial, we're going to look at 4 things. The first, we're going to set up our course grade books in Schoology. 2, we're going to access the assessment that Mr. Kenyon has available for you. 3, we're going to add the assessment to your course. And lastly, we're going to make sure the test settings are set appropriately for your students. So let's first go ahead and find a course in Schoology, one of your ELA courses. All right, so I have a demo one for you, and I'm going to go to my main screen, the same thing you will see. Now, of course, when you get to Schoology to access your courses, you'll click on Courses, and you'll select the appropriate course, okay? Once you've done that, you're inside of your course. We're going to go down to Grade Setup. This is how we set up our grade book. When you first get here, you probably won't see any categories, and this is the only thing we're going to set up are our categories. You need 3. So in order to add them, we're going to click the Add button. So 1 would be your formative category. Okay, and hit Create. Summative is already here for me. I created that one previously. And we need 1 more. We need Homework. Okay. And then hit Create. I'm not going to do anything to calculate it by or drop the lowest. I'm going to leave that alone. Create. Once you have all your categories here, we're going to click the box beside Weight Categories. Now, the reason we do this, our gradebook needs to know how to categorize the activities, the assignments and assessments that our students are taking in our course. Okay. So summative, we're going to set this up just like Infinite Campus. Summative should be set to 90. Your homework is 10. And formative is set to 0. Okay? Once you've done that, you can click off. And so they should be set and weighted appropriately. Now, so you don't have to do this to every course. I'm going to show you a trick. Once you're done, we're going to go over to Copy Settings. Click on Copy Settings. All of your courses are here under Select Courses. Simply select every ELA course that you teach, hit Copy, and all of your gradebooks will be set up. You're done. Again, once categories are set, Copy Settings, select the courses where you want to copy these grade setup categories over to, hit Copy, and you're done. Okay? All right, so the next task we have at hand is now we need to access the assessment that Mr. Kenyon has made available. So this is going to be under Groups. We're going to click on Groups because we're in a community together. Now, if it's not popping up on the first dashboard, you need to click on My Groups to access all of your groups. And it should be called JFK ELA Stars. And here we go. Select the group. You're inside of the group, and now the test is going to be under Resources. So Resources is where Mr. Kenyon has placed all of the resources or materials and content that we need that we're sharing. All right, once you're here, we're going to go inside the appropriate folder, Common Formative Assessment Resources, and say this is the assessment that we're copying over, CFA Example Quarter 1. Okay, what we would do, go over to the settings, and we're going to go to the settings icon, and you want to add to course. Once we select add to course, all of your courses will populate. Now, if this assessment is going to be taken in every course that you teach, every ELA course that you teach, we're going to go ahead and copy. I'm going to pretend like I'm doing this right now. We're going to go ahead and select every course where we want this assessment to go into. Once you've done that, you're going to see this pop up. Okay? When this little window pops up, it's asking where you want this to be housed. Well, if your course is brand new, you haven't placed anything in there, leave folder alone. We're going to leave max points alone. It's set to 100. The due date, Mr. Kenyon will give you the due date. And so you're going to set the due date to whatever he says. That's when the students have to have the assessment completed. Okay. The category will probably be summative. All right. And then we're going to leave scale, the grading scale alone. And this should be set to, for you guys, it should be set on the second marking period. Okay, automatically. All right. All right, and then you're going to hit add. Once you click add, now we're going to go to our course and see if that assessment is there. So I'm going to go back to courses, and I want to find that same course that I just added the assessment to. And just for practice sake, I'm going to go to this demo course that I've made. There we go. Right here. Okay, so let's pretend like I just added this assessment over. Here it is here, and let's say I set the due date when I was supposed to. So the due date is sitting right here for me, and my students would see it just like that. Okay. Okay. Now we need to click on the assessment because now we're doing this step. We've added it over. Now we need to. We've added it over. We've accessed it, and we've added it to our course. We knocked out both of those. Now we want to set the appropriate test settings. This is a biggie and very important. All right. So here's the assessment we added over. It's showing me the questions inside the assessment. We don't want to preview it right now or look at the results. Students haven't taken it and there's no comments. We want to look at the settings. So click on settings. All right. And there's 3 important areas. Now, if you don't do this correctly, then it's going to make it really confusing for your class when they try to take this. So make sure you listen to this part. So submissions, right now it's probably saying disabled. We want our submissions to be enabled so students can take it. Okay, that's really important. After that, we're leaving time limit alone. The attempt limit should be set to 2 times. So students should have 2 possible attempts, and we grade by the highest score. Okay, let's skip on down. So far we have submissions. We've set the attempt limit, and the last one is we're going to make this test resumable. It's probably sitting on no, but we do want it to be resumable. Just in case, say the computer dies, we don't want the student to have to lose that submission. So they can resume the test where they left off. And that's it. Okay, after you've done those 3, I'm going to go over that again. Submissions are enabled, attempt limit is set to 2, highest score, and it is resumable. We'll hit yes. You're going to save those changes. You have to hit save changes or it won't lock in. Okay. All right, so just so you know, you will have to go into every one of your courses where you've dropped this assessment and adjust the settings. So if you have 4 ELA courses, you'll go into all 4 of those courses where you copy the assessment over to and do the same thing. We're going to adjust the settings for each one, okay?